Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, the Hawks they signed Alexander Walker for a 4-year, $62 million deal. It's roughly about 15 a year. And then Kennard got a 1-year deal, Luke Kennard, and then we already talked about the KP trade already. So how are we feeling about the Atlanta Hawks with the moves that they made?
It's weird to say really smart from the Hawks.
Hmm.
I mean, I've never thought of them as like one of the more terrible teams. But as we've talked about for a couple of years after they made the Eastern Conference Finals run, where they kind of caught lightning in a bottle, you need size, you need defenders, and some shooting around Trey Young. And that is what the Hawks have went out and got. And we talked about Porzingis, but being able to get that size, that shooting, and still keeping the shot blocking, you keep them in the paint. And now you add Alexander Walker to Jalen Johnson, to Ricochet, to Dyson Daniels. Like, they got a good set of wings. I think a lot of it's going to come down to health with this team,
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
but you probably can't ask for three younger guys that you would want to be able to shoot and play defense next to Trey Young. So I think it's a home run. They've kind of maximized getting what they need to compete in the East that we see right now without mortgaging the future. They really haven't had to give up a whole lot to do this. So when you plan smart and you make some shrewd moves, you can turn your roster around pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%. Like I just think it's so smart. Just the long wing defenders, long defenders all across the board. So if he can stay healthy, I think that's going to be huge for the Hawks. I think he like they're all key to staying healthy, but he's like a key to me because if you could play him at center, Jalen Johnson, Ricochet, Daniels, and Young, and you have Walker coming off the bench and Kennard coming off the bench, I just think it's a really well-rounded team. Built around Trey Young. And it was nice to hear Trey Young doing some recruiting, apparently. He apparently reached out to Walker and Kennard. I think that's a good sign of like leadership to try to get people to come to play for a team that you're kind of taking the lead on. So I just really liked what the Hawks did. And I think they finally, after a couple years, after the rose-colored glasses came off after that Eastern Conference Finals run, they realized, okay, we got to readjust around Trey, and I think they've done that beautifully.
Yeah, sometimes again, I was listening to something. I believe I said that last time we talked. Sometimes you don't get to pick your star in the
Right.
NBA all the time, but when you have one, you have to figure out what's around them. And I think the Hawks, again, they kind of got fortunate in 2021 to get there, and then they kind of hung on to that for 2 years. Like maybe we can do it again.
Right.
This is a good turnaround. Again, Trey Young had a down year last year, especially shooting. So assuming that turns around to a degree, you have what you need around him. Kennard, again, can kind of be a ball handler too. I mean, defensively, he's probably not going to play a ton in the playoffs, but again, you don't need him for that. He's not getting paid $25 million to do that. So
Right.
this team has the teeth, and even if Porzingis misses some games with the Kongwu, he spread out to the 3-point line
Yeah.
last year, so they got a lot of options on this team. Even as someone in the East, who wouldn't mind if the Hawks weren't that good. You like to see teams like this be healthy because
Hmm.
you like to see when teams do this, get fully imagined what you can do with it.
Yeah, and I feel like the Hawks have done it the right way too. Like teams go all in, and it's like Bradley Beal was an all-in move for the Suns, believe it or like, and it's like that is not the right all-in move that team needs. I think for the Hawks, they have done all the right all-in moves to build around Young and really make a case to be one of the top teams in the East next year. Um, You ready to talk about your team? Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.